Umoya light, Umoya bright, guys. You know we always got you. We got you. We got you. Um, we are a community, so we must always check up on each other, see how we're doing. Last time Advocate Teffo was like, hey, turning the country upside down. And I'm sure there must have been backlash from everything you went through. So we're just checking up on you today. How are you keeping? What are you up to? The public will also have some questions for you.
Yeah,
Dumelang.
Dumelang, Lekaiba Isu, Umoya. Good afternoon, the viewers. I'm good. I'm good. No, there's no backlash. Actually, the people are appreciating. They are open up. The sky is clear now. The rain is gone. Everyone can see. See. So thanks to everyone for having seen, and thanks for Umoya for having clarified all these obstacles that were like the hindrances that make the people cannot see. Now it's clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can now sing the song of Now the Rain is Gone.
So, what are some of the developments? I mean, the teller of truth has got no friends. So, I'm sure there's stories, Nje.
Yeah, no, we may think that. Actually, like I often say, as some say, I thought this country went to the dogs,
Mm.
and then there are still people in this country,
Oh,
and majority.
wow.
You see, the majority of the people in this country appreciate and they want the truth.
Oh, wow.
If you are the truth teller, they will definitely swear and then put their necks on the block for you.
Mm.
I feel very much, I'm so protected. I'm the most proud South African.
Oh, wow. So, you're
Yes,
saying that some of the things that you spoke about, there's been some developments.
100%.
Okay. So, what can you tell us? Which parts?
Yeah, so to extend that, for what I went through, actually, yeah, I went through a lot.
Yeah.
And little did I know what I was going through, I was going through for my people. You see, I think you might have seen that there was a campaign to raise funds for
Yes.
me.
Yeah.
You can't believe that. I often say I'm not a social media person, but now for the contributors, the donors, people who are donating, you can't believe. You just see someone donating 5,000
So, you got the money.
and say nothing.
How feel it?
I got the money.
Oh,
I got the money, and then I have to pay the school for the children.
oh.
Yeah, I have to open the office. I've opened the office now, and then I've also established or registered the foundation. So we've got the Malisu Probono Foundation.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an NPC, non-profit company,
Mm.
registered with the CIPC. So this foundation is dedicated to the people of South Africa, people who went through the harassment. Like I said, that it was clear that this harassment that I went through, for your information, the lawyer been arrested at the High Court, representing the innocent people. So now, if they can arrest the lawyer, what about the lay people? What about you yourself?
Yo.
You see? So I went through, and those who were like the people considering themselves a powerful people because they are so resourced, and those resources are the resources that are paid by you and me.
Yeah.
People are harassing me with the taxpayers' money,
Gabangan.
my own money. Come and harass me. Come and put me in jail. You see, for 17 months. In jail for nothing. And I got charged after 84 days. In South Africa, in terms of the constitution, one must be charged within 48 hours. But myself, it was vice versa. You see, like as You know, as the African, I'm more Africa. City isolate. Yes, Poco.
Akabethwa.
Yes. What? So myself, it's like I've got my own clause, like our leader, our Robert Sopuku. You remember the
Even last time I asked you,
Robert
are you
Sopuku?
going to sue the state for that? Because it's illegal, right? It was a violation of your constitutional rights, correct?
Exactly. Humiliation gross, actually. This so-called nice constitution it has been grossly violated. But the people claiming to have been contributed in creating it or in writing it. You know who I'm talking about. Yes, I don't want to mention his name.
Lawsuit, I do.
Yeah. I know, my money they're just going to give me. I'm not going to suffer or struggle and go to court and somebody coming in. No, I'm just going to make my quantum. You see, the substance is there. Everybody knows in this country that how I was harassed. You see, I was persecuted.
It happened in front of our eyes.
Exactly. So hence I'm saying, substantively, I don't have to substantiate. Substance is there to see. So what is left for me is just to close the eyes and say the number. You see, yeah, they can just come. As you know that, I don't know anyone who ever sued the state and lost. The state will only come when you say, no, I need 500 million. You say, man, why can't you come down? Yeah, say 300 million. Here's a ticket, here's a check, we just sign now. Please. It's only one thing that defend quantum, you see. Because only they know, substantively they know what the people who are like the harassers of the people using the state resources. There is no way that even the state lawyers can defend this. You see.
Sure.
Yeah, glaringly abuse of the human rights. How on earth you put a lawyer in jail for 17 months and you charge the lawyer after 84 days? And still, the person you claim to have to arrested, you had never even informed him his rights. You see. So I got charged after 84 days, and I got the charge sheet after 8 months. Yeah.
So I want to. How do you feel about the judiciary now? I mean, if you as a lawyer can go through this, what does it speak of the judiciary for people like us?
The judiciary, actually, I feel sorry for our laypersons. Actually, for the citizens, I feel so sorry. Hence, that's when I come with this, the vehicle.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot in prison. I accepted my situation. In prison, I was not the victim of my situation. You see, they often say, don't be the victim of your situation. You see, when I was in jail, somehow I was making people laugh. Hey, at least you are still having that sense of humor. I said, no, guys, outside, I'm a hustler. I work very hard. So yeah, at least in prison, 17 months sabbatical. Yeah, the rest in disguise, a leave in disguise.
How does this affect your license? Because I remember Abo LPC Bebe Tatile and they struck you off Don. Um, w- w- what's the conversation there now?
That one is actually, it's tired. It's tired, that issue of their first license have been taken. I don't have the license for practice as a lawyer. I've got my license for the car to drive. You see, for me to practice is a certificate of enrollment.
Yes.
I've been admitted as an advocate under the old act, because previously we had the Advocates Act that admitted the advocates, and the Attorneys Act admit attorneys, because they'll be using their trust account. So I was admitted on the 5th of January 2009 with that old Advocate Act. And I'm still practicing in that line. along those lines of the old system. Not in this new act of, we've got a new act in terms of, it's a section, no, it's a Legal Practice Act 28 of 2014. This is a new act. All the advocates and the attorneys are admitted in this one act. So myself, I'm still having my, for the better, and for the better of understanding for the viewers of Umoya, as you say, lessons. Let me call it, let me admit for the clarity. My license is still with me.
So you can practice. I need to now. We don't know how it works. We don't know. Man, come on, buy exam, nama what? We don't know.
Exactly.
But we just know good. Okay, there's some law, some license that lawyers must have to practice. So does that mean you can go into a court of law and practice gashi?
Yeah, I was at court yesterday.
Okay.
At Johannesburg Magistrate Court. I was representing my client. Unfortunately, I was not given the bail, but we are going to go back. We are going to make a requisition for him to get a bail on the new facts again, you see. So my certificate of enrollment is still with me. It was never taken by anyone. And even that so-called judgment of the 16th of September 2022, that judgment happened to be a fraudulent judgment done by the two judges, Judge Nyati and acting judge, the woman, Bokako. So it's purported to have been written by Bokako. And what is surprising, in the case like that of LPC, struck of the road, you cannot have the acting judge to be there to struck of the role, an advocate who worked hard, who had the sleepless nights to study and all those things. You know what it takes to become an advocate. It's not a child's play. It takes a lot. The sweat, the energy, the finance, money per se.
So bebethi bakususelani vele? What were their reasons?
My sin is to expose these satanic people who are involved in the Senzo Meyiwa's murder. That is an issue, you see. Yeah, so those people who know that their hands are in the cookie jar and they don't want to be exposed, they are the one think that they are powerful. Because they involve the judges, the senior judges, you see, the NPA, senior prosecutors, your DDPP, Deputy Director of Public Prosecution, is involved, you see. So, and the generals in the police.
And speaking of which, I mean, we were just seeing now, which is this commission that that Umkhwana has exposed all those people. That commission is being postponed, and there's bad teka. So what's happening, and why would they be taking?
Actually, even myself, actually, I'm so flabbergasted by this situation. I was in constant contact with the office of two assisted of Justice Matlanga. That would be Senior Counsel Sesi Baloyi, Senior Counsel Sandile Kumalo. These were the advocates who were going to assist Justice Matlanga. So, like I said, I was talking to the office of Counsel Baloyi and Counsel Kumar. I needed update, you see. They told me that, no, actually, the same week after they were appointed, I contacted them because unfortunately I knew their offices in Sandton, but I spoke to them telephonically. Yeah, so they told me that they haven't, by the time I was talking to them, they said, no, they are not yet the terms of reference for the commission. So they are still waiting, but they've been appointed, but they've been waiting to be appointed officially. But as time goes on, I heard that now, I think it's 2 weeks ago, if not 3 weeks, Justice Matlanga had set the terms of reference for the commission. Okay. And then later on, as we are saying, today it's Wednesday. Eh? As from last week, insofar as the information was concerned, the secretariat has been appointed. So what was left? It was for whoever was going to be the witness and everything to liaise with the secretariat for their affidavits to be ready. Oh, I was surprised yesterday that when I was told that the commission has been postponed sine die, I mean indefinitely. What is indefinitely? Because that is not a date.
Yeah.
You see, indefinitely can be even after
That's
local
what
election. Yes. So now, in the first instance, why the president have the guts to say he has appointed the commission in the first place? You see, and then later on, after Justice Matlanga has said what he said in relation to this postponement because there is no infrastructure, whatever, how do you say I'm gonna appoint the commission, but now you don't have the infrastructure ready, you don't have finance ready, there's
Then
no
he wasn't
budget?
being serious. Nabuwa fella then.
Yeah, I think he was just passing the buck, Ramaphosa, as usual. He's a buck passer.
I want to check on questions, but also in the meantime, can we ask more light? It's seeming a bit dark on here. And then can we check if there are any questions? Because I am watching on here.
Yeah, I want to come to this of the foundation.
Yes.
Yeah, to
yes,
clarify.
yes, because obviously you said that because you can see people are vulnerable,
Yes.
you needed to start. Please go ahead.
So I call it Adv for a Probono foundation.
Yes.
Yes. Probono is a Latin word. Say representation free of charge. See. So this Probono financially, we will be looking or depending on the donors, funders, everything, because there are aims and objectives for this foundation to be the vehicle that will protect the vulnerable citizen in this country. So I've been in jail myself. These two main jails in Gauteng, Hosimampuru and Sun City. At Hosimampuru first, where I spent 9 months, and where I've been there for nothing. You see? And so, out of 80% of the population in prison at Hosimampuru, 60% of people are not supposed to be there. At the remand center, not the sentence, at the remand center, at the trial section. You see, trial section is the people who are not found guilty, they are still attending the court. Can you believe that at that place, I met, I think, about 5 people that I know. They've been at court only twice in a year. They've been taken to court
So
2
they've
times.
been imprisoned all this time.
Actually, there's a lot of, actually, the apartheid laws are still very much in action. You see, so to have gone to court only 2 times in a year is like this is a detention without trial. You see, so they've been lying to the people that I refuse to go to court. You see? I never refuse to go to court. I'll be going at court, despite the fact that I'm not even charged. And what was surprising is that I'll even at court tell the magistrate, what am I here for? Where's the charge sheet? I'm not charged. I'm not supposed to be in front of you. You're not supposed to say anything about me. You see, because I'm not charged. But you can see that this magistrate, they've been given the mandate. They've been given mandate. Given the marching order about me. Sometimes I'll just go to court, only to court, you know what I'm going to court for? I'm going to court for, because if I don't go to court, I'm just there. It will be clear that I'm in detention without trial. So they were just taking me to court just to say, Teffo has been at court today on the 27th of August, 2025. They will make sure that it's known. It will be broadcasted anyway. That, no, he has been at court refuse him a bail because he couldn't bring something that is tangible before the magistrate. I go to court only to have the J7. You see, J7 is that form to say, okay, I go to court. So then I get inside the court. They will just say, postpone. And my case will be postponed for 6 weeks or 2 months. You see, and then then you go back to prison. They write J7. It's a body receipt in prison. So this is what I was just going for. You see, so for the people outside to say, oh right, at least he's attending the court. He's not in detention without trial. But well, in actual fact, in principle, I'm in detention without trial. Actually, I've been even kidnapped because I've even opened the case. I was kidnapped actually in this regard and been kept there so that I don't bother these people in the case of Senzo Meyiwa. Actually, they thought that they will finalize the case of Senzo Meyiwa while I'm in jail. But because I don't belong to them, I belong to my God. God knew the time when I will come in. Is it coincident that I came out of the jail on the day that the late Mr. Mgomezulu passed on? The lawyer who was active in this matter, the lawyer who had the interest of those 5 guys at his heart to see them out. I'm not talking about the current lawyers, these ones. These ones are not interested. They don't have the interest of this guy at their heart. Their interest is in the money of our taxpayers' money, our tax money, the money from Legal Aid, South Africa.
Yeah.
So now, Malisu Teffo Probono Foundation is going to kick out the Legal Aid out of that Senzo Meyiwa case. We are going to take over the case of Senzo Meyiwa. Yes, now it's going to be under the Malisu Teffo Probono. The lawyers from Malisu Teffo, the lawyers will be assigned to this matter, and then we'll be watching.
Oh, and then obviously that's how the public can help now when they fundraise.
Yes, the donors and everything, but now it's not like if they do fundraise, they do fundraise. But now for that purpose, we are having the interest of these innocent people who have been harassed now. So in this case, these guys were supposed to have been long been out. And for little did people know in this country about these 5 who are before the case, before Pretoria High Court, allegedly the murderers of Senzo Meyiwa. Like in my situation, they are not charged. They are not charged about the murder of Senzo Meyiwa.
What?
These 5 guys, they are not charged. I mean, what does it mean that? And what is the implication of that? It means that these guys are there, alleged of murder of Senzo Meyiwa, but they were not informed in terms of the Constitution, their rights. You see.
Why are you so committed to this Senzo Meyiwa case?
I'm committed to the justice. I'm committed to the justice in total. And not specifically in this case. The case of Senzo Meyiwa, it's in law we say each and every case has got its own merit. But now in this regard, there's a clear picture, or let me put it like this. In this regard, despite the fact that Senzo Meyiwa is our national icon, see, but now when the police, when the NPA, in total, the state, knowing that who's supposed to come before the court and give the answer as to what happened to Senzo Meyiwa, the state just decided to turn the blind eye to the right people who must be before the court and tell the story about what happened to Senzo Meyiwa. They went and fetched innocent people to scapegoat the right people. You see, those 5 guys there are scapegoated. You see, they are collateral damage. in this matter. So, accused number 1 and 2, when they got arrested, they were not having. Remember, these ones are the ones that alleged to have made confessions. Number 1 has made a confession in writing. Number 2, allegedly confession of pointing. You remember lastly when they they visited the scene where they put accused number 1 to say accused number 1 actually is the one that allegedly made the confession by pointing to say no, we were here, I was here watching the sitting opposite the house there of Kumalos, and then outside I just wanted to check if there would be no one coming to disturb my guys when they kill Senzo inside. You see? And that poor guy, accused number 1, that year, 2014, is the year that he married, and he was no longer having the job in Gauteng. The whole year of 2014, he was in KZN. He had a good alibi. You see, he has been there at home the whole year. Even if they can say Sevilla, Moses Sevilla is somehow a wizard, maybe he flew on the 25th of October 2014 just to come to hostel, and then later the following day, the Sunday 26th, then he went to Fosloras. Where is that evidence? Because in law we deal with the evidence, you see. And then the alibi of accused number 2, you see, Bongani. Bongani was working at in Marigan, Sivanya, the mine. He was working in the mine. And then he got the job through the labor, what do they call these people who is looking for a job on behalf of other people?
Okay.
Labor agent, something like that. Yes. Through to the...
I'm a recruit.
No, there are these people who, like, they are between the right employer and the
agents.
The agents.
Yeah.
Yes. But there is a term, and in labor laws, there is a term that to use, because I'm labor specialist.
Yes.
Yeah. These people actually are, most of the time, they are people who are abusing other people, like manipulating other people, because they say, no, you got the money, you got the job. They get the job, they got the people on behalf of the real employer. Then you get there. But now come the month end, when you get your salary, 50% they do take. Sometimes I was so shocked at some stage that you found that someone is earning 7,000. That agent will take 4,000. You see. And I know it was shocked at one stage. I investigated other company at the JCI in Springs. It's a part of mine. And that company you can't believe, belonged to the member of the parliament. You see. These people in the cabinet, some they own the job hunting kind of they are the agent. So they took a lot of money from the other people. So, but Bonganina was working at the mine, and then he was still in Rustenburg. So he was arrested on the day while he was off, on the 16th of June. It was when he was arrested, 2020. So the 16th of June this year, Bongani was 5 years in jail. And then Muzi was arrested on the in May. Muzi was 5 years in May this year. So now we've got the Section 49G of the Correctional Services Act, Chapter 1 of 1998. Section 49G says no one should be, especially when you are in the remand center, remand section, no person should be in the remand center for 2 years, for more than 2 years. But you can't believe. At Sun City, there is someone with 12 years in the remand center. You see. So they don't even care about them. So now I've been telling these guys, the lawyers, I said, guys, why can't you bring section 49G for these guys to go out? You see? No, they say, but it's the same. Because this guy, they will say accused number, all right. Now that accused number 1, Kininda made him to be guilty. Kininda has spoken to the to the magistrate there in Tembisa, because like you said, the judiciary went to the dogs. Judiciary is rotten to the core. See, so the magistrate, they just deal with all these things, and you can't believe that. I was so shocked when I was still at Sun City, and then attending the court in Johannesburg. Do you know that I've never seen such a thing, that at the magistrate court, one will get life at magistrate court. Here in Johannesburg magistrate court, people are getting life. They are getting lives. It's so shocking. So now, like I said, accused number 2, he said he written the confession. Accused number 1, he confession by pointing to say, I was here. And while he was in KZN. So you know that song? Is it Chapman? I cannot be in 2 places at the same time. Yes, but he made, but they still cannot prove that he has been at 2 places at the same time. You see? And then number 2, like I was saying, on the 25th of October, because Senzo was killed on 26. Until on the 24th, from 24, he has to go home, Kwanangom. That weekend, he was going to what do you call it, Umemo, to pay, to pay the lobolos.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Not members.
Numbers. Yes, you see. So he left Rustenburg on the 24th night. In the night of the 24th, he went home. Yeah, he arrived there. And then on Saturday, the 25th, he went to town. He went to town to buy things for the preparation of all those things.
Yo.
And then Bongani has got the ATM. He got the proof on his Capitec bank that on this date I was withdrawing in my bank.
Oh no, guys.
On Masabati.
Oh no,
25 October 2014.
Oh no, guys.
Early around Butel.
Oh no,
Bongani has got
guys.
I've seen the proof of Bongani withdrawing from Capitec.
Let me go to questions. Oh no.
And then,
oh no.
So now tell me, did Bongani come back the following day, Sunday, come back to Gauteng and do the job? As they said, there was a number out, do the job.
This is so unfair.
Unfair is understatement. This is cruel.
Oh my God.
Actually, it's satanic. The poor guys are staying there. Bongani is a breadwinner. Moses is a breadwinner. Moses got the 4 children. And the worst part, when it comes to Moses, Keninda is even lost lost the idea of Moses. Moses does not have ID now because of Keninda and his hench people. This team of investigators. You see.
What's the question there?
The advocate Teffo thinks that the commotion will happen. It just feels like the investigation will request that.
Do you think the commission will happen? It seems as if we're just pacified.
Pacify understatement. Commission will never happen. I can tell you. Unless the president is going to appoint another justice to do that commission. Because Justice Matlanga was acting as a deputy chief justice to Madam Justice Manisa Maya CJ. Yes. So Justice Matanga is retiring this year. And when they say the commission has been postponed, Senate year, until further notice, I can tell you further notice is not this year. So Justice Matanga would be gone. And then recently, Ramaphosa has appointed Deputy Chief Justice, the former JP of Gauteng Division, Justice Dunstan Mlambo, the former JP, is now appointed as a Deputy Chief Justice from outside, not inside. So, and even JP Mlambo was supposed to be on retirement November this year. See, so now pacifying it's an understatement. Commission is just not going to happen. What Mkonazi did, the cabinet of this country, the politicians in this country were never ready for that. Were never ready. This is by surprise. So now, the issue of the commission, it was just passing the buck. So, and this, according to me, this should be the broken promise by Ramaphosa. I think there should be the consequences for the president. Definitely. President Ramaphosa has been constitutional delinquent in many things. He never had, he had this culture of disrespecting the commissions. For example, when I say it's a constitutional delinquent, we've got a national commissioner in this country, Mr. Masemola. Masemola was not appointed in terms of the constitution. He was appointed in violation of the constitution. You look into section 207, subsection 1 of the constitution. It states that the president or the head of the cabinet will and must, doesn't say will, say must appoint a man or a woman as the national commissioner. So what did President Ramaphosa do when he appointed Masemola? He appointed the panel of Mayor Njimotseha, the former advisor of the President Begi, Advocate Mujangu Kumbi, the former, Mr. Mfumadi. They were about 5. No, the 5th one is Begitgad. You know, Begitgad was not supposed to be there because he was a national commission. He just sneaked in. You see, as usual, the Begitgad, he sneaked in. He influenced the appointment of Masemola because he was fighting with. You see, they were fighting for the consignment, but he didn't want to tolerate.
You're starting again.
No,
Allegedly.
Yes, allegedly. So now, then Masemola was appointed. They recommended Masemola. You know, they appointed 3. They nominated 3 people. Lieutenant General Musikili is a woman. It's one of those people who were at the scene of Senzo Meyiwa in 2014. It's Lieutenant General Masemola, Lieutenant General Mkonazi, Ntantla, the popular Ntantla Mkonazi, 3 of them. Then Ramaphosa said, recommend one of these to me. So Masemola is recommended, you see. And it's not what the Constitution says. It's not what Section 207, subsection 1 of the Constitution says. It says the president must appoint. You don't need someone to be recommended to you. President, yes, you may know these people. You may have your advisor at the corner. You see, you can call Malisu Teffo, being in the police, or your advisor in the police himself. Okay, you can approve. Say, hey, because I don't know the police. Right? Who do you think can be the president? At the corner of your corner, being advised. Then you'll just come, and then tomorrow, as you normally used to say, what? Family meeting. The family meeting is going to announce the national commissioner. You see? Actually, this thing of the national commissioner should be surprised when the president announced. You see? Can say, because even nowadays, the issue of the national commissioner is not about being the, from the police. We had this during our inception of the democracy. During the time of President Becky, he appointed the civilian, the former ambassador to the late Judiciary Slave was ambassador before he was appointed national commissioner. You see, he was not from the rank of the police.
Sure.
So that's why I said no. And the Slave was the best among all the national commissioners in the democracy.
Interesting.
I'm telling you.
Why do you say that?
Judiciary Slave was the best. Judiciary Slave will go to the police stations and want to hear the problems of the police. By that time of the Mr. Slave, I was working in Santin. But not so long, I went to head office. Then I was working next to him anyway, because I was the protector of one of the lieutenant generals in the police.
Okay.
Yes, I've been the bodyguard for 5 years until my principal retired. So by that time, yes. National Commissioner Silevi will go to the police stations and want to hear the problems. And my general that I was working with, it was the head of the division called Inspectorate. We will go to all the stations in the country where there are problems, you see. And then listen to the community, the problems of the community. A typical example, it was in the place called Utrecht in KZN. That's where, in KZN, there are a lot of people who are, should I call them farmers, livestock for the community.
Mm.
Those livestock, there are farmers next to the farmers, the Bure. Mm. Yeah, the Bure it's not a derogatory name. It's in
no,
Afrikaans.
it's not. It's a farmer. Bure means farmer.
Yes.
It's Afrikaans.
In Afrikaans. The Afrikaans Bures.
Yes.
Yes, you see. Remember, there are also African Bures.
Okay, yes.
So now, the livestock, your cow, your goat, your sheep, they will, at the grazing, at the pastures, they will get into that farmer's grazing pastures. And those farmers there, once your cattle are there, they took them. They belongs to them.
Yes.
No, they are not stealing them. They will just take them. Why did the cattle trespass into their farm?
Okay.
They will take them. So that was the outcry. You see, if they will say one cow to release it, they will need 2,000. Where do you get 2,000? We are talking about the people who are blessed by the poverty there. I say blessed by the poverty. You know what I mean?
I know.
The poorest of the poor.
I know.
Yes.
And how is a cow supposed to know whether this is trespass and this
How
is not?
the cow knows no limit. You see?
That's why
Yes. If all the cows were human beings, they would be supporting Mamelodi Sundowns because they know no limit. The sky's the limit. No, I don't mean the Sundowns are the cows.
Okay,
Yes.
so yes.
Yeah, so now there was the outcry from the community. You see? So now my divisional commissioner, and then because this complaint, the people will complain and write the letters to the national commissioner, to the office of the minister. And all the letter of the complaint, everything, they will go to the office of the national commissioner. And the late National Commissioner, Jackie Slade, that man had the wits, has intelligence. You see, he will know if I give him. My divisional commissioner, my general, will be the one
But
who will have to go and solve these issues. And I'll be going to them. And I was the only bodyguard protecting him.
our memory is reminding us that wasn't Jackie Silebe like didn't he have a cloud over his head of some sort? Libo Eglioti and them and things like that.
Yes, those rumors of Sullivan. No, I don't want to protect anyone. And I say, may his soul rest in peace.
Yes.
Yes. Look, there were things of, say, Atleoti has bought some small size shoes, gave to Slave gave to President Beki. Those are allegations. You remember those allegations? Weird allegations.
Yes, I remember there
Yes.
was just, it was
Yes.
busy.
Now, we had talk about the national commissioners after Slave. How big are those scandals? Let your memory drive you down the line. And put the late Slave there. It's gone. He is with his gods wherever he is. And I know that man will be gone to heaven. You see, I don't decide his place, but God will accept him for what I know.
Okay.
For his heart, that he was the servant of the people. You see, so what I wanted to say, only that I know about him is that he will go to the police stations and want to know the problems of the police. But the national commissioners behind after Jig Slave, no one will go to the police stations and want to hear the problem of the police. You see, I had my friend here. I was shocked to hear this when I was at court day before yesterday, that one of my friend is a captain at the Hillbrook, has committed suicide, killed himself, killed the girlfriend, everything. You see, the police have got a lot of problems.
Yeah.
They've got psychological problems, financial, everything. You see, but this national commissioner, they are busy corrupt, chowing the money, stealing the money. They don't have the time to go and see the people there. How do they fare? You see, the police officers at the police stations are on their own. I'm telling you.
So you still maintain that the high level police and judiciary and politicians are working with the drug dealers?
Yeah, actually, when you have see somebody, is a deputy judge president, is a glorified thief. It's a glorified thug. You see the deputy judge president assigning the judge a certain case there, give a mandate in this case.
Yeah.
It is what is happening now,
Yeah.
especially in Gauteng.
I've seen that.
Yes. The judges get mandate.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah. You see. How on earth now you will see Zuma losing all the cases? Because Zuma is not in the good books of the Rupert and the Oppenheimers.
And if you remember, Advocate Mpofu used to be a darling when he was on the side that was against Zuma. Remember when he was
Yes.
with the state before?
Exactly.
Then in the media was a media darling. The minute he started being Zuma's attorney, then he was the worst and he's a problem. And
Yes, exactly. So now, the other issue is that one. Actually, with us, the lawyers, it goes with the people you represent. So you will just be becoming the
I see a question here.
targeted.
But oh, okay. Well, a comment. When our politics started being run by money, that's where the problem started. South Africa now needs leaders who won't come with money, but with conviction of service and commitment for turnaround.
Yeah,
That's our problem, hey? Money.
money is not a problem. I often don't agree with that the money is a problem. They even say in connotation that money is the root of all evil. No, the root of all evil is the love of money. You see, people are now the Judas Iscariot. You see, If you become a Judas, that's a problem. Just like those sneaking during the time of during the night, you become a Nicodemus. You do things Nicodemusly. You become a problem. You cannot say when the person is working during the night, that person is a problem. You are the problem if you've got the second agenda of Nicodemus. You understand? Yes. And then when you've got the money, yeah, or you get somebody give you money, but if you've got the love of money, it means that you are not going to apply that money in the right way.
Yeah.
Yes. And you will not need to be away from money. Yes. That is a problem. The love of money is a problem.
I believe there's a question there.
Advocate, according to you, the Senzo case, what's the blocker to the breakthrough?
The issue of the Senzo case, the little did I know, which I thought I know before I went to jail, where I was even, there was an attempt to give me 45 million to get out of the case. So after I got out of the jail 17 months later, I thought I know the problem before I went to jail when I was in the case. And I was being barred. To be barred, I mean I was being given obstacle. The way I was being treated by Judge, the previous Judge Momela. Yeah, but I'll tell you about Judge Momela later on. Yes. So now, then I withdraw myself out of that case. I spoken to the guys. I spoken to the relatives. I spoken to Sfiso. You see? I spoken to the instructional team. I said, guys, we just had our own need. I said, guys, let me go out. You see? And let's leave this attorney alone. See how is he going to be treated? Because our attorney at the High Court appearance, Mr. Tobani, no, they were not willing that I should retract. They said, no, okay, fight. You see? And I did my best that I can do. You see? I was. And I was fighting for them. Remember, should they be found guilty, these guys, they will be jailed for the life. You see? Muzi will get life, Bungano will get life. Remember this, they don't have lives. The lives 3, 4, 5. And 5 is about 6 lives. Now 5 will get 7 lives. Be the cat. But even the 3, 4, these people are on bail, pending the appeal. But they are still there in jail. So now the blocker is that, to answer that question, is to say that when I came out, I said, no, man, let me get down to investigate this. Why there was an attempt for me to, why should I worth 45 million to get out of this case? It means there's more than meet the eye. And I started to investigate. You know what are my findings? I find that now the dispute in this matter of the Senzo, the state says the firearm is 9mm. It is from accused number 3. You see? And that firearm belonged to the police, whatever. Yes. So the firearm, that the matter weapon of Senzo is from accused number 3, according to the state. Then, but my findings were contrary to that. You see? I find that allegedly, the firearm belongs to Advocate George Baloyi, the prosecutor. The .38 revolver. So all along it means that Baloyi has been in this case not with the so-called good faith. He has been in this case to mislead the court from the beginning. Then there is my belief that I even opened the case for that, for Baloyi, because that firearm.
Did he sue you for all these things that you're saying?
No, he may like to sue me, but before you sue me, we must prove this thing. We must finish this case. And I must be there myself to put him in the box. And he must answer the question that I have. That he did admit for the fact that his son He said his son shot himself in 2004, 27th of January. He committed suicide. But I don't believe that is a suicide. I don't believe that is a suicide. Because he said, no, the son shot himself. He was taken to the Fiery Clan hospital. He was stabilized there and then was taken to the Belchers hospital where he passed on. But when you follow this track, you go to Fiery Clan hospital in the Pretoria East, there's no medical record of Teffo Baloyi. You see? So there is something that he said wrong at the Belchers. So now, in short, to that one, the reason this case was being delayed the way it was delayed, and we've seen the case was delayed by Baloyi, by the prosecution, because Baloyi knew all that people didn't know all along. Now I'm here to open the eyes of the people. And even my own eyes are open after I've been in jail. You see, it's not that I was angry when I came in jail. God gave me the wisdom, and he led me to where I am. You see? So, allegation from my side when I opened the case is that, yes, Baloyi admitted he owned .38 special revolver that killed his son. And then after that firearm killed his son, where is that firearm? He has given the certain answers to the investigating officer in that case. You see? He said, no. The investigating officer, when I asked him, because I'm a complainant in this case, yes. The child cannot just kill himself and his father today is still not, there was no section 103 of the Firearms Act to say, Baloyi can still have the firearm after such a negligence. Why would the 10-year-old access the safe key and go and open the safe and take the firearm and boom himself? The manner, the modus operandi, the way in which Teffo allegedly shot himself, he put the barrel of the gun on the temple, then he put the trigger, put the .38 special revolver, the bullet exit here, hit the ceiling. It was after. It's so surprising because it was after the dinner. 27 January 2004, after the dinner, after 8, Teffo Baloyi shot himself to kill. 26 October 2014, 10 years later, after the dinner, after the supper, at Kumalo's house in Phosphorus, Senzo was shot. Bullet .38. That 9mm of accused number 3 is nonsense. People should not go by that. That is misleading. And then .38 special should rattle the heart and the lung of Senzo, exit from the back, hit the handle of the door from the command. And Teffo 10 years before, exit from the head, hit the ceiling, in Fiery Clan at Mr. Baloyi's house.
Are you suggesting this is a spiritual African magic situation? The way you're speaking.
You believe in magic? Eh?
I'm asking because you are saying this happened like this and this, and then 10 years later, and in our culture, what you're saying can be connected to Uktwala.
Oh, yes. No, yes, actually, that particular firearm, I was informed, was used specifically for the human sacrifice. You see? So, in other words, Teffo was sacrificed somehow, I don't know. Allegedly. 10 years later, Senzo will be sacrificed. Allegedly so. See? And then when you do those things, the pattern, because I'm so inquisitive to learn our culture. They may call it witchcraft or whatever, but it's nice to know our African magic. I think that you put it correctly. So the magic, you see, we don't say whatever. It's a magic, African magic. Yes,
Science.
You see, science, exactly. Like we do a lot. The first year,
Yes.
the first year of my as a law student, I found out that just across the road here is a UJ.
Yes.
Yeah? That's where I graduated. You see, so I've learned that they say the law is a science of mind. You see, so now taking back to that scenario of 10 years later, before 2014, what happened there? You see, so it could not have been correct when they say after Tsepo's mom, because the father was not there, he was attending the school meeting with the sibling of Tsepo. Actually, as we speak now, today, Tsepo could have been 31 years now old. Because we talk about January 2004. You see. So he was with his mom at home. Now, come to think about it, the child put the firearm at the barrel here. Do you know, have you ever seen the revolver, the
No.
bullet of revolver?
No.
It's very powerful. From them, even 50 meters away, the speed and the accuracy is still sharp. It can kill for that speed, for that distance of 50 meters. You see? So now, come to think about the child put the barrel of the gun right on the temple and pull the trigger. And the bullet exits through the head and hit the. Now, allegedly,
because YouTube, go na le mantswe a sa bapale.
all right. Ge Tshepo a ke thunya. O bile sethunya mo ka le side na tlhogo. A re tse gore tempele ke eng, but a se la mo jare. O bile ntela mo ba.
Sethunya se go tlhogong.
Ya, bullet ya tswa gara ga tlhogo ya thunya kwa. Na ba re mmage a tla. A kwa moshito wa sethunya. Boom. Ga e tla a tla ka moreng ya Tshepo. Because what he was in his bedroom. Yeah. She found Tsepo in the pool of blood. Now, now, if the bullet shoot you, all right. Hey, bullet, itunya, utia motho. Go tlo madi go tlo byoko.
A re tsebe gona re di doctor.
No mara a re no nagana fela, a re nagana.
Di lebedi go tsa tsone.
Yeah. Madi mara e tla ba manyane, mara bo topo e tla ba ko le kwa ke. Mara go bolele gore no bo topo botsile. A bona? Ba re no na le ka ra madi. A le ka ra gapa madi. Gona le pleke ko hae ga mashishana ba re ke gapa madi. A bona? Yes. So now ba khumana le gore no ngwana o ka ra gapa madi. Ba mo tsia a ba bolelo kana go mang. Ena ba bolelo papa ga gona o ile ko sekolo sa ngwana ke meeting.
What if wrong? What if wrong? Like what if wrong and waso and go na le mme out there who is grieving, le ntate who is grieving, and what if wrong?
Wrong.
Wena wrong ka your interpretation.
I wish ke wrong. Aba ki fisa lo ga ke wrong. Mara a gone gore nka ba wrong male rono okay. Samato, ne? Mara na baloi. Okay se ki butsi. Ebile ba itswaledi, boss a ga o itswaledi. Ara gone evidence. Marika Jansen van Vieren, the acting DPP, o itswaledi. Ara na again evidence. But now, baloi wa dumela gore no. Una le sethunya 2004. And what do you mean or Tsepo Jerry say key, I will like go safe and just tunya, agitunya. Understand? And then now, head branch commander the focus le musarna suyaska, get now, which have irsuyaska. But no, tunya, but ore, because tunja wana ona taka. If there's some got just tunya say, Hassan was born. And I'm as a surrender. I was former police.
Yeah.
Yes. Go police station. Gana like 2004. What? Or okay, when I prove go police station or what is just two. Yeah, the focus in the race. You can only copy on just two. Yeah, moki. Or what? Get students who send the police station a thing. Or what? Can I do like at the same place? Or what? Can I go call focus layer now? The focus layer need now. Investigation here who impartial now or is taking side. And I can tell you Uja side they are trying to protect value.
Yeah.
Or what? I know. Yes, who's handing the go fire it go Harsfontein. Harsfontein now fire it land. You will under Harsfontein. Or what? Police station. Got 2004. Fire it land in any area, Boskop, police station.
Okay.
Yes. So, Fire it land was under Harsfontein less than 5 years ago. You see? Then, the focus is, when I can, you must be careful because you're gonna be. I'm going to call you, put you in the stand, and you must explain. No, I'll make further investigation. It's clear we're going to protect. You're not fair. And I don't accept that docket should be closed. And that docket, I give you investigate under SAPS Mohauti. Kirila one that docket this one go the Hawks. Bagana wish I go the Hawks. They refuse. Docket by zero by solid, you know. But no, Marika, acting DPP. I don't know. No prosecute. Get all the docket. They find evidence. And then again, I don't know. Now my decision was also approved by the second DPP of Free State. You see, why then agree Jaisha or DPP go Free State? What am I approved or right? We've got the Indian DPP in Free State. I don't know. Marika, I don't know. Won't approve it. Kereno na paying Nola prosecute certificate. Paying Nola prosecute. All right. Tisha Muginya go review one. I don't agree. You see. So I must review it. And this must be investigated by. We can even go to the Arusha, African Court of Human Rights. We can get the prosecutors there. Because the prosecutors here out in the rotten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the masters in the courts.
Rotten everything.
Yeah.
So actually we need to deal with these issues from the Arusha. You see, African Court of Human Rights. So now that is the reason that the prosecutor was not in this case in a good faith.
You want to comment in Mobari to think people believe elections will pull us out of this mess. Keep dreaming. It won't happen. These people have become so brazen and fearless because they know they'll always be in charge at the elections. So we've got no power. Okay, we've got two questions.
How can we start trying to turn things around? I hear this point, money is the truth. And then the second one is, I'd like to ask a question. My question is that how come Adv Teffo represented only 4 accused? Accused number 1 spoke. How come accused number 5 is not represented by him? So how can you start turning things around? Money is the truth. And why is there represent number 5?
Yes, all right. Politically, I'm not political anymore, but I'm politically conscious. and African consciousness. I'm the student of African consciousnism.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been conscientized in our own belief in Africa. You see, and then as Mo Africa, ke rata go dumela hore now is a high time now. Ma Africa must rise up. See, it's a time of the African. Not, I mean, the African, the Pan-Africanist must now take over. You see, this is long overdue. We must do away with the nationals. The nationals are criminals. The nationals are the money mongers. The nationals are the traitors, the betrayers. You see. So I agree with this phenomenon to say you had the National Congress, you got the DA, who are coming from the National Party. These are DA and ANC are the nationals, you see, which are corrupt people by their nature. So Rabatabo Africa, Peg must arise.
Yeah.
The spirit of Sobuke must come. The spirit of Puke,
The capitalists are corrupt.
The capitalists are corrupt.
Yeah.
You see?
The capitalists are corrupt.
Exactly. So
then bayabuza uba utheni ungarepresentanga lowest 5.
yes. All right. I represented accused number 1 up to 4. The accused, and those I returned them pro bono, free of charge.
Yeah.
Yes. And then when I should have taken accused number 5, then that's where now I was taught and I was blocked. So there's no, it's represented by Musholo. It's got his own attorney, Sevilla from KZA. You see? So this accused number 5 is on the private mandate. He was paid. And I was asking myself, how is he managing to pay? Because
Sure.
these guys, somehow, they are related, they know each other. Yeah, they are from Ebon Pofunila.
Yeah.
They are from
Amachid.
poor, poorest of the poor. Where they are coming from.
That's why they're being abused like this.
Yeah, even accused number 5. Because accused number 5, the reason accused number 5 has got 6 lives plus 39 years. It was as a result of the political killings in KZN. This 6 lives plus 39 years, accused number 5 was arrested by Mkubu, warrant officer Mkubu. You see, he got that because of warrant officer Mkubu. But because now I was told that Musholole is representing accused number 5, I have to take 1 up to 5, 1 up to 4, the relatives, yes. And somehow, there was an mission anyway. You see, accused number 5. Accused number 5 was going to be used as 204. Should I not come in, these people remain to be represented by the legal aid, judiciaries. Accused number 5 was going to admit guilt and implicate 1 up to 4.
Nkosi yami. Yes.
This is one of the things that led to me being arrested in High Court because I broke the whole mission. You see, because they knew that allegation of confession.
Then what are you saying about Mshololo?
That is my colleague. Is representing that one, but she knew the mission.
So, main comments that we have is in English, not everybody understands. And then someone, 2 questions. For advocate for the students of a lawyer, the bank, Consunya Hakumalana, Lehona, General Sibia, or Amneha, Maladon, Wasser.
Yeah, so the firearm can walk. to a certain extent. Yes.
Yes, we've established them. Yes.
You see. So now, what need to be proven? That has to be confirmed by Mr. Valoy, Advocate Valoy, and Mr. Chikotwala. See, somehow, allegedly, there is a relationship between Valoy and Chico. So after the firearm shot Teffo in 2004, as Valoy alleged through the investigating officer of this case, 291 of January 2025, that I opened. Remember the charges here, it's a concealment of the firearm, negligence, murder, concealing the murder of Teffo. Teffo's murder was concealed. So now, thereafter, Valoy has to surrender the firearm. But he said, go police station. But now there's no proof. At police station, the detectives have said the wrong. I said, no. It cannot have been that firearm has been surrendered at Garsfontein. Because at that time, in 2004, Garsfontein was not falling under. I mean, the Fiery Clan was not falling under Garsfontein. Fiery Clan was falling under Boskop. And the firearm was not handed at Boskop. That's where the thing has to be explained now. Where is the firearm? You see? But now, that can be said. That firearm, anyway, on the 27th of January 2004, it was the firearm that was it's the same murder weapon in the Senzo Meyiwa. That was allegedly brought. Remember, I've got the affidavit of Longa that I took in prison. Longa admitted that I went to Kelly's house to see Zandi. I had my firearm, the firearm of my father, unlawful, unlicensed firearm of my father. I went there with it. 138 revolver. And unfortunately, when there, it was not me who used the firearm. But I'm not innocent because I brought the firearm there. You see? So, if this case can be closed and be finalized without Valoy accounting to the firearm, without Mr. Chico coming to answer, without Kelly coming to there, because it seems they want to close this case without Kelly, without Longwe, without Chico, without Valoy, without Kelly's mother. These lawyers, the so-called defense lawyers, because now they want Section 174. You know what does it mean, Section 174 of the Criminal Procedure Act? It says, no, the state, according to the defense, they say, no, the state don't have sufficient evidence to incriminate our client. So, but now, Judge, we want you to agree with us to say, no, whatever they said about our client, despite the fact that the judge has found that the fraudulent confessions were freely and voluntarily given by accused 1 and 2. You see? Now, so this is a link that must be found. This is a puzzle that must be found. And when you talk about Shadrach Sivia went there. That is not a dispute. But if he's disputing that, I must be there myself in court and cross-examining that you never reached there. Have you never been in the Kumalo's family, Amin's house? Have you never had a meeting there, including Musikidi, including the previous MEC for license and police in Gauteng, Sizagele Nkosi Malobane? And I said Faith Mazibuko, but I've apologized in court anyway during that time. I withdraw that name.
Yes.
Yes, you see. So, Sylvia was there. That's a fact. and he like to jump and say, I was not there. But if he said, I was not there, then he's putting himself in a serious danger. He has been there. And his intention to be there, allegedly, was go to take the murder weapon there, to take it missing. And it's still missing. And it's a severe woman's answer. Where is the murder weapon of Senzo Meyiwa? Instead, now, Kininda and General Sitole, the former National Commission, they want to implicate and incriminate accused number 3, Mtobisi. You see, all these police, the generals, the brigadier, these are criminals.
Wow.
Look at how they tainted the scene of crime of where Senzo was murdered. This is worse. You see, people used to say, no, the case of Senzo Meyiwa is complicated. I can tell you, you compare the case of Senzo Meyiwa and the Oscar Pistorius case. The case of Senzo Meyiwa, the lay person will see as complicated because it's the police who complicate it instead of simplifying the situation. You see, now the police, the state expect us, the citizen. We are trying. That's why there's a lot of the judges or the court of public opinion. Everybody's guessing. You understand? Because the police are, yes, like I said previously. Remember when I said to you, this docket 636 has been in more than 200 hands.
Unbelievable.
Yes. When the people, the certain good detective are coming right, now they say.
You're good.
Yes. The detective, Warrant Officer Makubu and Mutileze, were coming right. Then unraveling the whole thing. And to extend that, Warrant Officer Makubu opened the second docket after his investigation. Makubu is a seasoned investigator. You understand? He was coming right, unraveling this. You see, he's the one who made that the docket number 2 to make sure that the people who are at the house are charged by the good prosecutor, Advocate Msuki. You see? Now, having seen the development, someone said, no, Kinila came and took the docket now and reversed the whole thing and said, no, don't go and arrest the people at the house. The people are coming to confess. It's a Kininda. Kininda reversed, destroyed all the gains of Makubu. And him, Kininda and Baloi, they didn't want the docket number 2 to be known. When I get there, Warrant Officer Makubu, Lieutenant Colonel Butelezi, they were so frustrated. You see, frustrated by Kininda, frustrated by General Sitole, by Bekitel, frustrated these good officers. In police, they are bad and very good police officers. One typical example of the bad and rotten police officers is Kininda. Is rotten to the core.
I won't get sued for this, ne? Kitita batahote.
That's my opinion. That's my opinion that in me is a factual. Yes, I agree when I put a disclaimer.
Yes,
Yeah, avoid
lawsuit.
No, don't worry. No, me, I like to be in court. You know, listen to the lawsuit, and one lawsuit has been brought to me. There's a court order. Allegedly, somebody said I must never mention his name. Now, I'm disappointed now because this person said I must not mention his name, and he's a former provincial commissioner of Gauteng. And then I said all these things. He went to court, and then he got court order to say McG must remove everything that is implicated his name, and I must never ever say can go all 120 podcasts. I must never mention his name because he's a good police officer. He's a retired good police officer. So, and then the judge, well-experienced judge, granted the court order against me and the McG podcast on the basis of interdicted. We're interdicted. And then we must pay the cost. And we were not at court. Why should we pay the cost when we are not even at court?
Ah.
What kind of the court order is that? What kind of the decision is that? You can see that, the judiciary is at a slumberland. You see? This is a mess.
Bayazenzela manje.
No, that man who went there, who succeeded in getting the court, I'm not going. I'll just plead poverty. I don't have money. How much is he going to get from me? I'm waiting for him to prepare his cost and give me. Maybe it's 1 million. I don't know. He rather sell me somewhere because I won't give him 1 million. Even 100 rand I don't have. I'm insolvent. He must sell me.
So you, Libo MacG, you got sued for that episode.
No, there's interdict there.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, but and then we must also pay. Why do we pay for what? Because we never went to court and waste the court's time and everything. Remember, when in terms of the law, when they say no, the courts follow the suit. You see? That thing is not court order. It's not judgment. It's a default judgment.
Yeah.
It's a default. Because the right people were not there.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know that one also. Question.
We have some questions, but we have some for Adv Teffo, could you please explain why the accused provided a false alibi? Furthermore, the accused are being used as scapegoats. How does the state justify having so much evidence against them? In addition, why did the defense apply for a Section 174 charge under the Criminal Procedure Act when it appears that the accused have a strong case to answer?
Yeah, I'm still surprised. This thing of Section 174. Why would you apply Section 174 after you didn't even start with the trial within a trial? You see? But all right, you did trial within a trial. What was the ruling after trial within a trial? Because you are doing the trial within a trial on the basis of you are disputing that the confession were constitutionally given or taken. But now the findings after trial within the trial, the ruling of the judge is that no, the confession were freely and voluntarily being given by accused 1 and 2. Remember, as I said, accused number 1, allegedly the confession by pointing. For pointing meaning that he's admitting that I was here, even though he was in Natal, in terms of the alibi.
Yes.
Yes. Now, would you say that? I don't believe that confession of pointing was taken. Actually, that is the violation of Section 35, subsection 5 of the Constitution. You see, that evidence was forcefully taken, which jeopardized the trial. It was not supposed to have been accepted. And I don't even understand why the defense did not bring Section 35, subsection 5 of the Constitution in rebutting that allegation of all the confessions. And then on confession of accused number 2 is by writing. And you read that. It's not in Tanz who wrote that English. And then how on earth will the confession? Remember, the confession, you admit everything. It's not like admission. We've got the confession, we've got admission. So confession, you admit all the elements of crime. You see? You say, no, I was here. Yes. I did 1, 2, 3. I was wearing overall. I was wearing this T-shirt, this trouser. It's me. I put myself at the scene of crime. With all my mind, with all, like when you have to love God, with all your mind, you are thinking, your body, your everything. So when you confess with your everything, from your head to the bottom. So my head was there at the scene. My feet, wearing the pacha shoes, I was there. You see? Yeah, I was wearing like this. It was me. You admit to every element of crime. But admission to say, yes, I was there, but You see? In admission, there is a but. But in confession, there's no but. Yes. You see? Yeah. So now, when I was saying to you about accused number 1, I said the alibi, the whole of 2014, he was at home in KZN. Kwanongo. You see? Is the one who was pointing. Now, was he there on that particular time? Remember, Senzo was shot at 8 in the evening. So, who was he watching when he was outside? Because it was during the night. You can ask yourself. That is the alibi, which is clear. That alibi cannot be up to now, despite the fact that the judge has admitted that those were freely and voluntarily given confession. I don't agree with the judge. And I did advise.
Yeah.
You know, Sipora Musipile, the one who firstly represented accused number 1 and 2, it's me who put him there in this case after I left the case. But he was only listening to me for 2 months, for 2 weeks. On the third week, he was already influenced by Valoi, by Kininda. They said, you must never ever listen to them. Otherwise, you are going to be struck off the roll. They were threatening people with the struck of the roll. You see? My so-called struck of the roll was a hoja to other lawyers. You see?
Yes, I know that thing.
Yes.
Yes.
And Ramosepele will have the meetings. How can you have the meeting with the enemy? Keninda and Valoi. They told them, actually they influenced them about me, saying I'm a bad influence. You see. And Ramosepele, I was so disappointed with Ramosepele. I put him there, firstly, to go and help Towani, when Towani was still there. Because Towani didn't manage with 4 people. Unlike me, we are all different individuals. I'm not saying I'm better, but it was the conundrum continued. That conundrum that was on me or at me continued to Tobani. You see, that's when I say, hey, my friend, you need the help here. Then I put in Sipora Musipile. And because he was time and again saying to me, come to me. No, I know Sipora Musipile there. And I represented other accused here in Haiti. Was represented by Ramusipile. Yeah, the guy was found guilty and given some sentence. I came for the appeal of that person. I succeeded in getting bail for this person pending appeal. You see, the person is still outside. But later, the same person whom I assisted betrayed me. These are the people who told the people there, they call LPC. They say, me, I've been taking the monies of other people. I've been using the name of certain attorneys. I don't know, but that is another story for another day. You see. So, hence, I'm saying the alibi of number 1, I said about it. The alibi of number 2, thereby is confession. You see, number 2, Bongani dance. You know, the confession of Bongani start by saying, I don't remember which month, but it was 2014 when somebody approached me. And somebody that is talking about is none of the accused. Say, no, there's a job that we must go and do to kill Sandy. But that person is not there. It's not among the accused.
Advocate, can we actually make a time with you to talk only about the Senzo case?
No, the Senzo case is still is sub judice, is still on trial.
But Kimo, you're talking about it, most.
No, I was answering the question.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay. Before I let you go, because you know we are laymen here, can you just give us because you were speaking about National Commissioner, DTP, can you give us the ranks, how it goes up until the police minister? So in the police structure, so that we understand, because we need to understand who are these, which level or tier is the one that's colluding with the criminals.
Police, you start with the student constable from the college. You pass out.
Yeah.
You become constable.
Yeah.
At the station. Then you graduate. After constable is a sergeant. Sergeant is a warrant officer. Warrant officer is a captain. Captain is a lieutenant colonel. Lieutenant colonel is a colonel. Colonel is a brigadier. Brigadier is a major general. Major general is a lieutenant general. It's Mkonazi. And then general. Remember at one stage in 2010, Lieutenant General Mkonazi was a general. He was a national commissioner at one stage. Yes. But where he is now, currently, in principle, Mkonazi is a national commissioner because he's earning the salary of national commissioner. Yeah. He's above all the lieutenant general.
Okay.
In terms of the salary. Because he was earning.
How come? Is that for KZN or is it for nationally?
No, even to make him the provincial commissioner of KZN, that is the demotion.
Oh, okay. So it's a national position.
Yes. Remember after Begitale. Yeah, when Mkonazi was acting, who was removed? Yeah, it was good.
Okay. So after commissioner, then it's the minister.
The minister is the political head. After the national commissioner.
Yeah.
Yeah. In
so the national commissioner is the top of the police.
It's a political head. It's a minister. He's responsible for the policies.
Yes.
And the national commissioner, the general.
Yes.
Downwards.
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
Are responsible for the operations.
Okay.
Yes.
So the national commissioner is the boss of the police.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can say, these are involved in the operations, in arrest and everything. If you want to say, you want to allege them that they're colluding with the criminals, you can say that because they are in constant contact with the criminals, not criminals. You know what? I've learned not to call anyone a criminal because you can be in prison without having done anything like myself. So I've learned that.
Yeah.
I will never call anyone a criminal.
Yeah.
Because myself, I've been called criminal while I didn't do anything wrong.
And the judge is not always right.
Exactly. The judge was never right.
Yeah.
Judges just make his decision.
Yeah.
That's why there is an appeal court. That when you find that the judges, depending which part, which side, you see, when you find that the decision of the judge is not in favor of your client, you can appeal it. That's why I always saying that when I represent someone in court, I'm not representing someone to win the case. In court, we don't win the case. You represent the person, you defend the person's rights. You understand? But if later on after that, the decision is made that whatever you presented, you have submitted in terms of the defense of your client, the right, the judges miscalculated that, make decision against your client, you can go and appeal that decision. So it's not about the winning or losing in court. We don't win or lose. Winning and lose is today, tonight, between Chiefs and Sundowns.
Thank you, Advocate, for your time.
Sure.
It's always a privilege to be with you and to get so much knowledge about what's going on. And we do wish you the best. And I'm so happy that people supported you and now you started the foundation.
Yes.
And we can keep it moving, you know?
No, the foundation is there. The foundation is there. And before I will close, I'm having a very, very big case now in the foundation. I've got a client was an employee of the bank, was fired at the bank after she uncovered the corruption within the bank. 180 million at the bank. And the name of that bank is ABSA. You see? So Justice Mogoeng at one stage once said, there is a perception that the corruption is only in the public sector. We don't talk about the corruption in the private sector. You see, the banks are so corrupt because the banks are so powerful. And the lawyers are so afraid. Those who are representing the people who are on the side of on the other side, like the employee. Yeah? This former employee that I'm representing through the Malisu Teffo Probono Foundation, she has been made suffered. It's a woman. She was denied legal representation from the CCMA, but the bank was represented. She took the matter to the labor court. She was denied to be represented by the lawyer. She represented herself, facing a seasoned lawyers representing the bank. The council.
This is not fair, guys.
The matter taken to labor appeal court. She was still refused. a legal representation. But the bank was represented by the seasoned lawyers. She take the matter until the Constitutional Court. She was still not represented, but the bank was represented. ABSA was represented all the way. I respect this woman.
Sure, she's so brave.
Yes.
I can't wait till you tell us who it is. It's gonna be nice to celebrate her. Wow.
She's a part now. She's the pilot project in terms of the harassed people by the powerful institution, by the powerful people, you see. So I'm telling you, even the judges at Labour Court, how on earth will the judge allow the bank to be represented by the lawyers and the former employee who has been unfairly dismissed,
That's wow.
not represented? But she did her best. She did her best, and she will tell the court, she will stand bravely so. It's Angelis Tolo, her name. She was taken to she's one of the whistleblowers, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yes. She blew this whistle against the corruption of ABSA. Actually, she just uncovered 180 million. She believes that it's more than 180 million.
Yo, please don't send lawyers my direction, please. Azibambe lapho.
Yeah.
You guys know.
No, I'm saying that whoever has been harassed and everything, there is Adv Teffo Foundation.
Yeah.
Probono.
We will be there. Trust me, we will be there. And we thank Advocate Teffo for coming and spending time with us once again. I know you guys love to chat with him. Umoya Ulight, Umoya Upright. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like, share, and even better, become a member. Tonight, we've got Black Wednesday starting now at 6 o'clock, where we do the history of South Africa with Steve Lebello. And tonight's episode of Moya Political Series is with Tunzi Lutuli. Hot episode. Very spicy. So please do set your notifications. We got the triple banger for you today on Moya. Moya Light, Moya Upright.